Bought a used 3DS on eBay. It's not powering on. Let's see if I can fix it. Alright, let's take a look and see what we got going on this one. Supposedly, per the eBay listing, it does not power on. So, I actually put a little memo here. Broken parts, no power. Let's double check. Power button feels kind of odd. I'll go ahead and put a cable to it. Let's see if it will hold the charge. Alright. Charge light comes on. Oh. Charging. It goes off. Could be we have a bad battery. That's what I want to go ahead and remove here. No battery. That would be an issue. Well, I just so happen to have a completely fried Nintendo 3DS XL, which should have, last time I checked, a good battery. Just because you can't fix a device today doesn't mean it's useful tomorrow. So let's put a battery in this guy. Like that. Bottom screen's turning on, top is not. This is part of the initial setup. If this isn't working, it won't go past this. So that means this is working because it's allowing me to show more here. Alright, so this is working, but I'm not going to need display on the top, which is interesting. Alright, so let's open this up further. Let me take off these, this back panel. Two little ribbon cables here for the trigger buttons. So just make sure you don't pop this off too hard because it will break those, and then it's something else that you gotta replace. Alright, so we have Wi-Fi, SD card, SIM card, reader, headphone jack, analog button, and the LCD connectors right here. Camera is that this one and that one could be the top and bottom LCD. So unfortunately, gotta take the whole thing freaking apart so I can get to this. All right, real quick, let's see if I can. Look at that. Right. All right, look at that right there. You will see corrosion right there. I'm thinking that's the LCD. Here's a ribbon cable. We'll zoom in as well. Got oxidation on the ribbon cable and oxidation on the ribbon cable connector. Take the board out now, and we're gonna go take a look on the other side. A little bit of oxidation here as well. Nothing too bad. Bottom cable doesn't look bad, but the other one does. So I'm gonna go ahead, get this cleaning here, and then give cleaning here, and then reattach it. Wanted to show this. I used to use alcohol to clean, but get a little bit of contact cleaner. Really good. That and an old toothbrush. Does wonder for cleaning oxidation and plugs, gunk, and anything you want. Really good stuff. Just give this a very thorough cleaning here. And it's not conductive, so put it in the port itself. Just go all in there. Make sure it's all nice and clean. Just brand new. Already cleaned this side here. Brand new. Wanted to do a quick little zoom in after cleaning the LCD ribbon cable. See a little damage there on the trace. I'm gonna try to plug it in, but that could be what's causing our screen to not show an image. But we won't know until we hook it up. But everything else is fine. I cleaned it as much as I could. Bottom one looks fine too. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of reassemble this as much as I can. To turn it back on. All right, I've assembled it crudely, just enough to get the power top is not, it's not turning on. So thought I was recording, but I guess I forgot to click on the button. I switched the top screen with another working screen and got the same issue. This eliminated the screen as the culprit, which led me to look closer at the top ribbon connector. I saw that one of the pin's trace was damaged because of corrosion, so this led me to try to resolder the point and see if this would solve my issue. Alright, I got it partially assembled. Moment of truth. Let's turn it on, see if that little bit of solder did the trick. Oh yeah, look at that. Alright, there we go. Now, I did cheat and tried, just for experimental purposes, with another 3DS I had, and did notice that the camera that has some oxidation is also failing. Let's go ahead and complete the setup, and I will double check that just to confirm. Okay, let's try this camera again, make sure that it wasn't an issue with that other 3DS. It was gonna be an error, and I think it's because of that ribbon cable. Well then, oh, there we go. I was gonna say, oh, looks like it was working. Nope, there it is, yeah. So I did get this error message on another 3DS utilizing this top screen. I was exchanging screens just to see if it was this screen was an issue or if it was the motherboard. It ended up being the motherboard. So the ribbon cable had oxidation on the camera cable and on the top LCD cable. The oxidation damaged pin 8 and 9 on the motherboard. A little touch with my soldering iron. I reflowed it and it's working now. I'm gonna try and maybe bridge that little bit of broken trace on the camera, but if not, I do have, let's see here, it's always good to have spares. Got this this one that I took the battery out to power this one, so now this one doesn't have a battery, it's got a busted motherboard, can't fix it. Get the camera out of that one and put it into this one, but just for fun, I'm gonna try to bridge that little gap in the camera connection to see if I can get this working. If not, we'll utilize the camera and this one. It's just more because I gotta tear all this down to get to the to get to this camera. You gotta tear the whole thing apart and remove the screen, remove the cables, and it's just a nightmare. If I could just bridge the gap on this to get this to work, this will be a fully functioning 3DS again. Since the cables are so small, I decided to just show the image of my progress. I tried to bridge the gap on the trace with some solder, but it ended up just moving around the pads. I would have to get a very small jumper cable to attach the solder points together. I ended up just replacing the camera cable with the black donor 3DS I have been pulling parts from. Let's see if this fixes the issue. Alright, went ahead and I took apart black Nintendo 3DS to salvage the microphone. Connect the microphone in that one, and here is the microphone with the damaged, or not microphone, camera. So here's the camera. Replaced the camera from the black one for the camera of this red one. And now let's go try it out and see if it works. It was giving us an error before. It should no longer give us that error. Perfect. Camera is now operating. Just jump over to this. Okay. All right. Let's see. Enter camera. Here we go. Camera. There we go. Excellent. Well, now we got a fully functioning Nintendo 3DS. It was missing a battery, and it had corrosion on the side, which was causing an interference with the top LCD, and it had a damage because of the corrosion, damaged camera. But overall, got it working now. I can go ahead and remove this old sticker, saying it was broken apart. It is now fully functioning. I'll just go ahead and put it in the game just to make sure. Everything's working. There we go. Excellent. I'll go ahead and test this out real quick and make sure everything's running. Plug it up here real quick. Charging. Another successful repair. All right, we got a fully functioning 3DS now. What was wrong with it was it didn't have a battery, that's why it wasn't turning on, and then it had some corrosion on the ribbon connectors for the screen and for the camera. Replaced the camera, didn't have to replace the screen after all, just had to touch it with my soldering iron, and now we got a fully functioning 3DS again. Thanks for watching. Remember, just because it's broken doesn't mean it's trash. See you in the next video.